Tata Steel Masters 2025, Round 12. Jorden van Foreest with white, creative and stubborn. Gukesh D with black, precise, principled, and ice-cold when positions get sharp. This game is about structure versus counterplay, and later, calculation versus survival. Opening phase. Both players choose a classical, respectable structure. No early fireworks. Van Foreest wants a solid center and active pieces, but more importantly, flexibility. He's setting up a position where he can choose when to attack. Gukesh is perfectly happy with this. He aims for structural soundness and easy development, trusting that a healthy position will give him chances later. This phase is about mutual respect. Nobody is trying to trick anyone yet. Opening. Moves 1 to 7. We start in a Queen's Gambit declined structure, very classical. White's plan, solid center, active bishops, long-term pressure. Black's plan, healthy pawn structure, flexible development, no early weaknesses. Both sides play correct chess, no nonsense. This is two grandmasters saying, "I know what I'm doing, do you?" Development and probing. White starts nudging the king's side, testing black's reactions. It's not a full attack, more like knocking on the door to see if it's locked. Black responds calmly, preventing easy expansion and keeping the position under control. Strategically, white wants initiative and space. Black wants to neutralize that initiative without committing. This is quiet tension, like two people smiling while measuring each other. Early middle game intentions. White gradually increases ambition. He starts preparing pawn breaks and piece activity toward the king. The idea is long-term pressure, not an immediate knockout. Black allows some of this, but in exchange starts eyeing counterplay. He's not scared of a messy position as long as it's defensible. Psychologically, White is trying to steer the game into an attacking narrative. Black is trying to keep multiple escape routes open. Development phase. Moves 8 to 12. White develops harmoniously and prepares kingside ideas. Black mirrors calmly, keeps options open. Then White plays h4. This is not random. It signals aggressive intent, space gain, and possibly a kingside attack later. Black answers with h5. Good defense, stops h5 and fixes structure. Psychology check. White wants initiative. Black wants stability before counterplay. Early middle game tension. Moves 13 to 18. White keeps dancing the bishop, probing, asking questions. Black responds accurately, repositioning pieces instead of panicking. Then comes f3 from White. This is ambitious. It kicks pieces and prepares a 4 or f4 ideas, but slightly weakens the king. Black starts eyeing kingside chances. Gukesh smells imbalance. The bishop trade happens, simplifying slightly, but tension remains. Commitment and imbalance. White finally commits. Space is taken, lines begin to open, and the position becomes sharp. This is a conscious decision. White accepts king's safety risks in return for activity. Black doesn't panic. Instead, he accepts the imbalance and trusts calculation. He's willing to grab material or structural advantages if it means the attack runs out of fuel. At this point, the game stops being strategic and starts being concrete. First imbalance, moves 19 to 23. White plays f4, fully committing to kingside expansion. This is double-edged. Strong space, but the king will feel drafts later. Black accepts the challenge and grabs material with qh4. Greedy? A bit. But also confident. Gukesh trusts his calculation. White counters with activity and tactical pressure, forcing Black's king off castling. Now, the game is sharp. No turning back. Tension middle game. The board is full of threats on both sides. White keeps pushing, trying to maintain momentum. Every move is about keeping pressure alive. Black's mindset shifts fully into defense and counterattack. He's not trying to be flashy. He's trying to survive accurately and then hit back. This is where discipline matters more than creativity. Middle game chaos. Moves 24 to 30. White improves pieces, rerouting knights, activating bishops. Black reorganizes, keeping the king safe enough and preparing counterplay. This phase is about maneuvering under tension. Neither side wants to blink first. Black's pieces slowly become more coordinated. White still has initiative, but it's not clean anymore. Turning of the tide. White's initiative begins to slow, not because it's bad, but because it didn't fully break through. Black pieces become more coordinated, and suddenly, White has to answer threats instead of creating them. Strategically, this is the key moment. The attacker must prove something. The defender just needs one mistake. Explosion point moves 31 to 35. White centralizes and pushes for tactics. Black strikes back with queenside play and piece activity. Then boom, RxC4. White sacrifices material to open lines and attack. Strategically, White says, I must attack now or I'm worse. Black says, fine, prove it. This is high-level chicken. Survival and counterplay. Moves 36 to 41. Black defends precisely while returning fire. White keeps attacking, but now it's calculation heavy, not positional. Every move matters. One mistake, game over. Black's king survives just enough. White's attack starts losing momentum. This is where Gukesh shines. Calm defense under fire. Endgame transition. Moves 42 to 48. Material swings everywhere. Queens still on the board. Kings exposed. Black begins to take over the initiative. White is now reacting, not attacking. Strategically, this is the turning tide. White's earlier aggression didn't fully convert. Late phase and resolution. Both sides enter a phase where risk management dominates. White still has ideas, but they're harder to execute cleanly. Black has counterplay, but must avoid overreaching. Neither player can force a decisive result without exposing themselves. The position balances on a knife edge. The game resolves peacefully, not because it lacked ambition, but because both players understood the danger of pushing too far. Big picture Van Foreest played for initiative and complexity. Gukesh played for resilience and calculation. This game is a lesson in modern elite chess. You don't beat strong defense by trying harder. You beat it by being more precise. And here, precision held. Final phase. Moves 49 to 51, repetition appears. Both players are low on time, position still dangerous. Neither side can force a win without risking a loss. Result, draw by repetition. Overall verdict: Van Foreest played brave, ambitious chess. He pushed, provoked, and took risks. Gukesh defended like a machine, absorbed pressure, trusted calculation, and never cracked. This game teaches one brutal lesson. Attack is optional. Defense is mandatory. White tried to win. Black refused to lose. And sometimes, that's elite chess.